Are tarot cards okay to use while you're manifesting? This is a question that I used to ask myself all the time, but when I sought out answers, there was never really a clear answer online. I would see mixed answers. Some coaches would say that it's okay, while others would advise against it. And so, if you're in that place where you're confused and you're not sure whether tarot cards are helping you or blocking your manifestation, then this video is for you. My name is Ali, and on this channel, I talk about manifestation and self development. So, if you'd like to work with me, my links are in the description below. First, let's talk about why it matters whether or not tarot cards are helping you or hindering you. If you're constantly seeking answers outside of yourself through tarot readings or pick a cards, then that can put you into a space of fear, doubt, and waiting instead of having that inner knowing. And manifestation is about identity. So if you're not in the identity that already has it, and these tarot readings are maybe enforcing the version of you who doesn't have it, then that can hinder you. So it's a good question to ask whether or not these tarot readings are actually helping you or hindering you. I don't believe that tarot is inherently bad or evil. I just think that it's whatever meaning that you put on it. And I do believe that tarot can be helpful at times. So here are a few ways that tarot can be helpful. First, tarot cards can help you reflect. The reading itself is basically a mirror. It's your energy that you're already feeling and thinking, and it's just laid out for you. You're basically manifesting the cards that are going to be picked out for you, or if you're picking out your own cards, you're manifesting that as well. So it's like a mirror. It's basically reflecting back to you what you are already thinking or feeling deep down. So it can reveal to you a lot of things about yourself. It can reveal maybe your blocks about manifestation, or it can reveal like what triggers you, your current energy, how you're currently thinking. It can be a good checkpoint. The second thing that tarot cards can do for you is that it can connect you with your higher self. And your higher self is basically you, but at your highest self, your best self. And so I like to ask the cards, what does my higher self want me to know right now? Or what does my higher self want me to know about this manifestation that I'm trying to bring in? And it can be really eye opening. I love to connect with my higher self. I love to know what it has to say for me because I believe that it knows what's best for me. The third thing that tarot cards can do for you is that it can validate where you're at right now. So it's a good checkpoint to just check in and see if you're on the right track. I wouldn't advise to do this every day, but every so often, if you want to check in, maybe like once a month, to check where you're at and to see if you're on the right track, this can be a good way to do it. So, tarot isn't the enemy. I believe it's just about the meaning that you give to it. If you decide that tarot is going to help you on your journey to manifesting, then it is. But if you decide that tarot is not good for you and that it puts you into a space that's mentally bad for you, then I would just advise to stay away from it. Ultimately, you make the rules and you decide what works for you and what doesn't. So just take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Next, I'm going to be talking about how tarot can block and hinder your manifestation. And the first point that I want to get into is when you obsessively watch these tarot readings, especially on YouTube, when you do the pick readings and you just continue to watch reading after reading, this puts you in a state of lack and it just makes it seem like you don't have the thing that you want because you're obsessing over these readings to tell you the answers when you already have the answers within you. And I know this because I used to do this myself. When I was manifesting someone in the past and I was just obsessed about it, I would watch love reading after love reading, and it just wasn't good for my mental health. And so I would just continue to do this day after day, watching like maybe 10 readings a day, or so it felt like. Maybe I'm over exaggerating. I just felt this need and desperation of having the answers about why this person did this or did that, and it just wasn't good for me. So when I was in that space, I decided to take a break from tarot cards because it wasn't good for me at the time. The second way is when a reading leaves you confused, doubtful, or anxious. If the reading is leaving you in a state where you're feeling anxious and doubtful and fearful because this reading said one thing and you're scared that it's going to happen, then that's not good for you either. That's leaving you in a state where you don't have it. You're not the identity that has it. And so I would recommend to stay away from tarot readings if that's the case. The third way that tarot can hinder your manifestation is when you're giving it all the power and authority and you're not realizing who you are. You are the God of your reality and you decide what goes and what happens in your reality. You decide everything. And so when you're giving away your power to what this tarot reader said or what these cards are saying, that's diminishing your power. And the final way that tarot can hinder your manifestation is that it can put you into this mode where you're waiting and not deciding and knowing that you already have what you want, that you already have it right now, and being the version that already has it. So, if you enjoy watching tarot readings and you want to keep on doing that, you can do that and you can still have it support your manifestation. Here are some ways to do that. First, ask yourself, is this keeping me in my power or is this taking away my power? Am I the identity that already has it, or is this reading dictating whether I have it or not? Your identity is what manifests, and being the version of you that already has your desires is what manifests, not what this card said or what a reader said. So just be careful with that. The second way is to just remind yourself who you are. Remind yourself that you're the operant power and that you're limitless and what you decide goes, not what these cards say. The third way is to only take what resonates with you and to leave the rest. If something, a part of a reading, doesn't resonate with you, don't internalize it. Just decide this is not my story and then let it be. And finally, just treat tarot as a reflection, not a rule book. It doesn't decide who you are and what's going to happen. It's not going to predict the future. It's just reading your current energy. So use tarot as a check in, not as a prediction. I do have personal experience with tarot cards. I used to do readings every day. I used to watch these readings on YouTube, and it just put me in a place where I was mentally not okay. And it was unhealthy and obsessive. And so for me, tarot cards were not at a healthy place. So I decided to quit the tarot readings, to stop watching readings. And I did this for a few months. And now I feel like I'm at a healthy place where I know the balance. And if I do a tarot reading, I do it for myself. I have my own deck of cards. And I just usually will ask a question like, what does my higher self want me to know? So it's not really focused on the manifestation of whether it's going to happen or not. It's just asking for advice on how I can be the version of me who already has it and asking my higher self, who I know has my back, what I can do to help me. So I feel like I've been on both sides of the spectrum where I was at a place where I was being unhealthy about it and obsessive, but I've also been in a place where I didn't use it at all. And now I feel like I'm in a good middle ground where I feel more balanced about the way that I use it. So I feel like I approach it from a good place now. So to wrap this up, I don't think that tarot is bad. It's just the way that you use it and how you think about it that matters. So, if you believe that tarot is putting you in a place where it's unhealthy, then I would suggest to take a break from it. But if you believe that tarot is helping you in your manifestation, then that's fine too. You get to decide, you make the rules, you're the operant power. So, there's not really a concise yes or no for this question of whether tarot is blocking or helping you. It's really up to you and what you decide. I believe that everyone has this inner guidance within them, so you'll know what's right for you. Let me know what you guys think about tarot and what your experience has been. I'd love to hear from you guys. Until next time, bye.